What up, y'all? What up, y'all? What up, y'all? What's going on? Sorry about the 6 minutes being late. I'm trying to prepare the show, and then the computer don't want to cooperate. But anyway, I'm John Brown. It's the John Browner Podcast. You are here. We do this Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Monday through Friday. As someone would say at all times. As always, if you want to be a part of the show, all you got to do, very, very simple. Very, very simple. Head over to the John Browner Podcast at gmail.com. That will get you on this. That will get you on this very show. This little doohickey right here. Bam. That's how you communicate with me. That's where all the receipts go to this show. That's where all the bills go to this show. And that's where you go to this show. So shout out as always. In addition to that, this right here, the road to 500 to the JBP, looking real good, man. Moving at a decent, respectable pace. So shout out to everybody who has followed the show. Shout out to everybody who subscribed to the show. And shout out to anybody who's retweeted the show or liked the show, because we do the show on many different platforms, including the Sporting Tribune. The show is available on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, X, and Kick. But most importantly, the John Browner Podcast on X, and the Sporting Tribune on X is where it is broadcasted, also YouTube. But shout out to the people at the Sporting Tribune for being a part, growing, and lots of news to announce coming up soon with that. So that's going to be dope. I can't wait for you guys to see what we're building over there and how I'm a part of it. And hopefully you guys can be a part of it too. A lot of requests on Friday. My throat's a little weird too. A lot of requests on Friday to do a watch party, a fantasy football party. There's a lot of requests. On Friday for Ass Island. So bam, y'all got that. Shout out to the new Ass Island. Ass Island even got a bouncing logo now. Boom, your passport stamped, buddy. And the people who made that request, you did. So shout out to the chat pack. Shout out to Ass Technology. What it do, fam? Shout out to Raiders versus everyone. What it do? Shout out to Tito and the Chat Pack Monday Mayhem. Shout out. As always, shout out to the Rigby family. You already know what time it is. Excuseless Runner has a video that I'm going to debut on this show. He's a psychopath. And this fool decided to run for, it looked like 1,000 days on that video. But apparently he did 100-mile run, because there are those people out there in the world. And so he did 1,000-mile run or 100-mile, whatever it was. It was at night. And so I got the video. At the end of the show, I'll play the video, and we can all, I get exhausted with him. I don't know how he's alive. I don't even know how he's here today. But shout out to Excuseless Runner for making no excuses and being here. And so we're going to do that. We're going to have that be a part of the show. Because I tell y'all, and two, not most importantly, because of him finishing was most important. He rocked the JBP. You rock the JBP, you are also instantly on the program. Not negotiable. Nothing to talk about. You are instantly on the program when you rock the JBP. On today's show, because like I said, I was having some technicals, moving some things around. Here's what's on the show. The LeBron fallout, Padres sweep the Marlins, and Green with envy. Now, you may ask, Green with envy, what is that about? Well, here it is. Okay. So, Jason Tatum, sometimes you can have somebody kind of show you how they get down, and it's up to you whether you believe them or not. And it's really that simple. It's really that simple. You will have people who show you who they are, and it'll be up to you to determine whether you get down with them or not. I honestly believe that Jaylen Brown has, unfortunately, forced Jason Tatum to show his true colors. What am I talking about? I'll tell you about it. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into, like I said, we're gonna get into a lot of stuff. There's a lot going on. There's a lot out here. And so we're just trying to get it popping, y'all. We're just trying to get it popping, y'all. Let me see that in here. Okay. But first and foremost, let's start at a very simple place. Let's start at a very, very simple place. I've told you guys from the beginning, we're going to start doing the Padres talk at the end for no reason other than it's easier to follow that way, man. It really is. It's easier to follow. That way I put it at the end. People who come in at the end, they can keep up. They don't have to come in here and be like, hey, wait a minute. Blah, 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 blah. Because that's literally what's happened like 4 times in a row. So to avoid that, okay, this is pissing me off. To avoid all of that, let's do this. I say to avoid all that. What up, B-Tom? Let's do this to avoid all that. Let's just get to the good stuff first. So Jason Tatum had a camp. I'm gonna see if I can find this. I'm gonna see if I can find this on Twitter because I can't get the video to post again. Something is the information. The information that I got on this internet, on this computer, is not cooperating. All right, so I'm going to play this video for you. And you tell me what you think about this video. You're going to tell me if I'm wrong or if he's wrong. And I want to make sure you guys can hear this and everything. This is Jason Tatum.
I don't know it all. I'll be the first person to say that. Being a leader is being comfortable with raising your hand like, Michelle, I don't know. Can you explain that to me? I don't know X, Y, and Z. I want to learn, right? Being around somebody that feel like they know it all, I don't want to be around that person, right? I don't want to be the smartest person in the room.
Did you hear that? Did you catch that?
Being around somebody that feel like they know it all, I don't want to be around that person, right? I don't want to be the smartest person in the room. I want to learn from somebody else. Being a leader doesn't mean you know it all.
Okay, one more time.
I want to learn, right? Can you explain that to me? I don't know X, Y, and Z. I want to learn, right? Being around somebody that feel like they know it all, I don't want to be around that person, right? I don't want to be the smartest person in the room. I want to learn from somebody else.
Now, if you caught that, some of y'all don't speak subliminal. Lucky for you, I'm here. So listen to this. So if Jason Tatum says he doesn't want to be around somebody who thinks they're the smartest person in the room, who do you think that's about? Jaylen Brown. We ain't finna mix no words. For Jason Tatum to say, I don't want to be around someone who thinks they're the smartest person in the room, which was the #1 complaint about Jaylen Brown being the smartest person in the room. You know what this tells me about Jason Tatum? That Jason Tatum's not a leader. That's what this tells me about Jason Tatum. These comments at a camp, because by the way, all these players do camps. It's awesome. They should. I hope their camps are free because these guys are worth millions of dollars. They can get it sponsored by their shoe brand. They can give all the kids shoes, bags, shirts, shorts, etc. Right? I don't know if that's the case with Jason Tatum. By all accounts, Jason Tatum's a great guy. I just want to be very specific with what we're talking about here. By all accounts, from what I've heard from people, is Jason Tatum is a great guy. But when you make comments like this tells me Jason Tatum's not a good leader. Those are two different conversations. A great leader doesn't need other people to be out of the way for them to lead. Let me repeat that one more time for the people in the back who don't understand what I'm saying. A great leader doesn't need other people to be removed for them to then be said the leader. Somebody said this somewhere, I have no idea who it was. Leaders lead. That's it. That's it. You want to find out who the leader is, the real leader. Put a bunch of people in a room. Give them a problem. If you want to see who the leader is, throw a ball on the court with 10 dudes. See who organizes the game. You want to see who a leader is? Introduce a problem to a group of people. Now, because that person may be the best at solving the problem, that doesn't make them the leader. The leader is the person who can organize the people and put people in places so that they can then bang, 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 put folks in roles, and then people can excel at those roles. Best people do the easiest things or the best thing that they're best at. That's what a leader determines. And then the leader picks up the slack in places where there may be holes. That's what a good leader does. That's what Jaylen Brown did for the Celtics when he won Finals MVP, and everybody goes, oh, it should have went to Tatum. Well, the games where Tatum was doing nothing, Jaylen Brown stepped up. They lost those games, but nonetheless, without Jaylen Brown, they wouldn't have won this. They wouldn't have won the championship. Excuseless runner is correct. It's like loading a bunch of temp workers on a job site and see who takes control, see who delegates, see who gives direction. That's the leader. And on these teams, there has to be hierarchy. There has to be. But if you have to remove someone from the hierarchy because you want a particular person to be the leader, that's not how leading works, bro. It's not how leading works. An NFL locker room has, I think, 70 guys in it. When you count practice squad guys, injured reserve guys, pup guys, it's got about 70 guys. 53 on the active roster. I think it's 10 on the practice squad, whatever the case may be. There are about 70 to 75 guys on an NFL roster per any given week. Who the leader is may not be the best player. Justin Herbert may be the best player, the most important player on the Chargers. He's not the leader. So oftentimes you might get a Patrick Mahomes, you might get a LeBron James, you might get a Josh Allen, where that guy's the best player and the leader. But the leader is, you got to be cut out to lead. And if Jason Tatum's not cut out to lead, you talking shit about Jaylen Brown, low key, by the way. I hate low key shots. Let me get the gun out. Let me get the pistol out. Wait a minute. I hate low key shots. I hate dudes who throw low key shots. You're a grown man. You finna hoop against him in the league. Why you throwing subliminal shots? Because now it's reports that, oh, Jason Tatum had problems with Jaylen Brown's camp, and camp had this problem with this camp. You ain't no leader, Jason Brown. Oh, you got the juice now? You him? You the leader? You finna find out. Because the sneak dissing, bro. The sneak dissing is embarrassing for Jaylen Brown. It's embarrassing Jaylen Brown got to answer about the sneak dissing now. Because you know somebody played him that clip. And I guarantee you he looked at that person, if he knows them, he looked at that person that played that clip and was like, see, I told y'all. I told y'all. That's why publicly he never said nothing. We already knew where he was at. So now it's yours now. Now it's yours. Jaylen Brown led him to the second best record in the Eastern Conference. Jason Tatum, you're up. You're up. That's all, man. I didn't like that at all. I didn't like that at all, not one bit. Shout out to all the people at the Sporting Tribune. Listen, man, I just, that did not sit well with me at all. It didn't sit well with me, not one bit, dude. Not one bit. I couldn't believe he did that. Like, bro, you got to be better than that. You got to be way better than that. That was so low. That was so beneath him. At a camp too. You at a camp with your kids, man. You at a camp with your kids. I can't believe you would put your camp kids in a situation like that, man. You know what that sounds like to me? You know what that sounds like to me? Hmm? You know what that sounds like to me? Follower. Follower material. What up, Coach Alex? That's what that sound like to me, man. 100%. Now, I had a graphic for this, but again, like I said, the internet not cooperating with me today. My computer's giving me problems. It didn't like the long weekend. There we go. So when we are going to have a conversation about the LeBron fallout, because I had it. Where is it? Let me see. See, the LeBron fallout, that's supposed to be at the bottom of the screen, but the backdrop won't drop out. So the LeBron fallout. Let me put a banner up. Create a new banner. Let me put a banner up. Add banner. So the LeBron fallout is funny. Hey. Shout out to Christineva. I'm your first follower on Twitch. Thank you, Twitch follower number 1. I appreciate you. If anybody has Twitch, holla at your boy. Follow your boy on Twitch. I appreciate it. Thank you, Christy Nirvana. However you pronounce that. Appreciate you. So the LeBron fallout is a very interesting turn of events. So he blindsides everybody by making a decision at 1 a.m. in the morning to choose Philadelphia. Cool. Win a championship. I'm for interesting. I'm for stories. Christine Ava. Shout out to Christine Ava. I like stories. LeBron is a story going to Philly. But we talked about that on Friday. So now let's do the other thing. Let's talk about the people who didn't get him. We're not going to spend a lot of time talking about Miami because that's really irrelevant. We're not going to really spend a lot of time talking about Cleveland because who cares? The LeBron fallout that I'm focused on is Golden State. Are we ready to call the Golden State Warriors a failure after Bob Myers? The post-Bob Myers era in Golden State has been pretty atrocious. And it's not that I don't like Mike Dunleavy Jr., but this job might not be for him. It's not that I don't like the owner's son, because that's who the real general manager is, by the way. It's not that I don't like him. The job just might not be for him. See, when Bob Myers walked away, Bob Myers wanted certain things. And by the way, who got LeBron to come to Philly? Bob Myers. So Bob Myers was better at this job. Bob Myers knew how to call people. Bob Myers knew how to talk to people that Mike Dunleavy clearly doesn't. Because over the last 4 years, the Golden State Warriors have not signed anybody of importance. They're re-signing old guys like Al Horford to 2-year deals that make no sense to no one else but Mike Dunleavy Jr. So when you're looking at the way that their roster is built, if I'm Steph Curry, because Draymond Green opted out because he was trying to get LeBron in under some type of cap situation, so he was trying to spend some money. If I'm Draymond Green, I'm going to look around now because I want to win. This isn't going to win. If I'm Draymond Green, I'm going to look around now because I want to win. And the Golden State Warriors have shown me they don't want to win. If I'm Draymond Green, I'm not calling. I have Twitter, Ava. My Twitter is the John Browner Podcast. if I'm Draymond Green, I'm calling Steph Curry. I'm not calling anybody in the front office. I'm not calling Joe Lacob. I'm not calling Joe Lacob's son. I'm not calling Mike Dunleavy Jr. I'm not calling Steve Kerr. I'm calling Steph Curry. Big dog, what you want to do? Because I'm a free agent. And I can go take less money to chase a championship somewhere, man. I want to win. And we're not winning right now. Our legacy is good. We in stone. We etched. We ain't never got to do nothing else. We're Hall of Famers. We're Warrior legends. What you want to do, big dog? If I'm Draymond Green, that's a conversation I'm having with him. Because I'm saying, hey, man, these dudes let us down. They let us down, man. Draymond can only recruit LeBron so much. Steph Curry can only recruit LeBron so much. You got to make roster moves. And apparently they asked him to get AD. They asked LeBron to get AD. Now, in fairness to them, LeBron said, they say, according to reports, which I love, but every day LeBron woke up, it was a different team. But he's entitled to that. You got to persuade him. And if you couldn't get Anthony Davis or an Anthony Davis-like player, somebody who can protect the rim, an Evan Mobley type, if you're the Golden State Warriors, you're so tied up in some of these who's and what's it's like you can't move Porzingis. You should have held off on re-signing Al Horford. There were moves that the Golden State Warriors could have made that would have made them more presentable. You held on to Porzingis too long. Who the hell is he? Jimmy Butler torn ACL. The days are over for Jimmy Butler. Sorry. But ain't nobody taking a dead leg. Shout out to Biggie Official on Twitch. Shout out that 2 Twitch people. Yeah, we lit on Twitch today, boy. Growing that thing. So yeah, man, I'm watching like y'all watching, man, and the Golden State Warriors are embarrassing. The post Bob Meyer Golden State Warriors look inefficient. They look like they don't know what they're doing. They look like they don't know how to communicate. So what are you supposed to do as a fan? If I'm Draymond Green, I'm now going to look around the league and see what I can get from a championship contender. I might go back to Detroit. Ava, it's the John Browner podcast. I'm going to take this down so you can see it. At the John Browner podcast on Twitter. Excuseless Runner say Twitch popping. That's what's up. Shout out to all my people coming through on Twitch, man. I love that. Let me put a little something in the comment section for the chat pack. Love y'all. Twitch be twitching, bruh. This is a great question. Are you being monetized now that you have over 300 subs? No, man. I got to get to 500. That's what this is about. That's what this is about. Road to 500, because we on the road to 500. I get to 500 subscribers. They cannot deny me. I will not be denied, YouTube. I'm going to get to 500 on principle. I'm going to get to 500, YouTube. I'm coming for the 500. Mr. Beast, loan me some followers. You got 1 billion. But my point being this. If I'm Steph Curry, if I'm anywhere in the vicinity of winning, it's not happening in Golden State, man. It's not. That's right, Coach Alex. I 500. You already know what time it is. See? You get it. So this idea that Steph Curry is going to continue to win, I don't think that's going to happen. The idea that the Warriors are going to be a gold standard franchise going forward, I don't think that's going to happen. You got to be careful who you trust, man. And Joe Lacob, I guess they won so much they thought they could win without Bob Myers. I guess Joe Lacob thought they were winning so much I could put my son in charge. He's been watching him do this job. Nepotism, boy. Nepotism. And I thought one of the funny things about what Joe Lacob did, Joe Lacob hired Mike Dunleavy Jr., but hired his son to be the assistant. Let me see what Joe Lacob's son's official title is. Joe Lacob's son title for job title. Because I want to see. So check this out. This is Kirk and Kent Lacob. As of, okay, so Kent Lacob, former vice president of basketball development, resigned last year. I wonder why. Kirk Lacob is the executive vice president of basketball operations. They don't know jack shit about basketball other than that their daddy can cut checks. And this is the problem. This is when nepotism starts to hurt the bottom line. Because some of these things, like in regular business, the son can take over and put it on autopilot. Just do what daddy did and let the money keep rolling in. Sports don't work like that. Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, and for a small period, Kevin Durant, and then for a small period, put y'all on a run. Historic run. Y'all got 4 titles. Warriors got 4 titles, all under Joe Lacob's watch. So Joe Lacob got greedy and thought his kids could do the job. Joe Lacob, why the hell would you think Kirk Lacob has done anything to be the executive vice president of basketball operations, and Kent Lacob until last year was the vice president of basketball development? What the hell? What even is that? Nepotism. At some point, you the hirer, you the father, you have to defend that nepotism, man. Then you wonder why the Warriors can't sign nobody. Then you wonder why they can't continue to build a team. Then you wonder why it's not working out with Jonathan Kuminga. And you wonder why Moses Moody ain't got no better. Then you wonder why they stick on guys like Pozinski and Quentin Post, who they ran out of money, couldn't even re-sign Quentin Post. He had to go to New Orleans. So this idea that Kirk Lacob is the executive vice president of basketball operations is laughable. It is laughable. So I don't know what they're doing, but they're failing miserably. Shout out to the son who quit. Shout out to Kent Lacob. According to the San Francisco Chronicle, who wrote this story in last year, Lacob's eldest son, Kurt, remains prominently positioned as the Golden State's executive vice president of basketball operations. That's crazy. That is crazy. So this is what I'm saying. So LeBron James, the fallout for LeBron James, it's ironic that he chose the team that Joe Lacob fired his best guy. His best front office guy was Bob Myers, who was in charge of basketball operations. Bob Myers finds himself in Philly, LeBron somewhere magically now in Philly. Joe Lacob dismissed Bob Myers over money. Let me repeat that again. Joe Lacob dismissed Bob Myers over money. None of this counts against the salary cap. So now you paying him to make money for you. Bob Myers has led to championships. He recruited Kevin Durant, him and Draymond Green. Recruited Kevin Durant. Championships. Without Kevin Durant, got some guys. Rebuilt the roster. Championship. Bob Myers went to Joe Lacob and said, hey, man, I'm winning with him. I won without him, won with him, won without him. Where's my check? Where's my money, bro? Rich Joe Lacob went, my son's going to do the job. And Mike Dunleavy Jr. going to do the job. But Mike Dunleavy Jr. going to get the title so people don't criticize my son. Fuck out of here. And thus the fallout from LeBron. So what happens now if you're the Warriors? Because at the end of the day, James Harden's going to go, but this is why I didn't talk about Cleveland. James Harden's going to go back to Cleveland. Miami's going to continue to build their roster out. This is going to take 2 or 3 years. The Golden State Warriors at the end of their rope. This is it. It's over. It's over. And so now the question is just, what do they do next? Biggie says, yeah, I agree with you about the nepotism, but that exists in every organization. But as far as post goes, they feel that the 2 rookies they just got are better players in post and just more athletic. Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, Ava, I will follow you. I will follow you on X, Ava. It's not that I don't like Quentin Post, but there was no difference between Quentin Post and who they had on the roster last year. Who's this kid with the 3 names? I can't remember his name, but the kid with the 3 names. Whatever. Shout out to Coach. Coach said he can't wait for the LeBron-less Lakers. Ha! But here we are, man. Here we are. Shout out to everybody listening. Shout out to people on Twitch coming through. Shout out to everybody on Twitch. Both of y'all. The LeBron, and also let's discuss the Lakers portion of this. Shout out to Biggie. That's what they call double dipping. I respect that. Love that. Everybody go double dip. So listen, the LeBronless Lakers are funny to me because now they're just white. The Snowtime Lakers are in full effect. The Slavian Lakers. Okay. The Mount Caucasia Lakers are in full effect. Okay. Suntan lotion and Costco style. I gotta see it. I'm sorry, y'all. If you're a Laker fan, you gotta see it too. Don't lie. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to yourself. You gotta see it. There ain't no way if you're a Laker fan, you're okay with this. There ain't no way as a Laker fan, you look at this roster and you go, I'm secure with that. Luka's great. Walker Kessler, this many white guys ain't won in the NBA since 1970-something, bro. Even the great Celtics team has some black guys. Robert Parrish, Dennis Johnson. They're crazy, dog. The Lakers trying to do the impossible. The Lakers trying to become the team of the South, boy. The Los Angeles Lakers trying to become the team of the South. They're trying to become the team of the Bible Belt, man. All these white guys they got on the team. What the hell is going on? What? So speaking of the LeBron fallout, damn. Last bit on LeBron fallout, then we'll talk about the Padres. Because it's about that time to get to the Padres. So, there's a question of if Bronny will be either released or traded to Philly, which, I hope not. Let the kid stand on his own. But there's also, I don't know if this is necessarily a rumor, because this has been printed in many publications, that Bryce James, son of LeBron James, transferred from Arizona to Villanova. Now, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Arizona had NBA basketball players on it last year. Braden Barris, Koa Pete. They had guys. He had the red shirt. And Villanova don't play that, buddy. Villanova don't play like that, buddy. You got to put the work in. So if you're Bryce James, you now leave a coach where you had at least some credibility. He knew what you could do. He knew what you need to work on. And now you finna go blindly to a whole nother school? It's not. I hope that rescinds. You know what Bryce would have been great at? San Diego State. You know where Bryce would have been good at? Fresno State. UNLV. And this is just an evaluation of what I saw from him. I saw him playing a red and white game in Arizona because I was interested to see could he play. Bronny's better. Bronny's way more athletic. Bryce is bigger. But man, transferring to Villanova from Arizona, those are blue blood transfers. But buddy, you gotta put the work in. Vicky says, is there a chance Green will sign with the 76ers because as everyone knows, Embiid will not play half the season as usual? If Draymond Green goes to the Philadelphia 76ers, where is he going to play and for how much? That's really the question. For how much? And I mean, even if Embiid is hurt most of the year, when he does play, where is Draymond Green going to play now? You going to put Maxey on the? You going to put Edge come on the bench? Nah, buddy, you ain't doing that. You ain't doing that. If Draymond Green is interested in winning a championship, I think Detroit's probably somewhere in his future. If they re-sign Jalen Duren, you get Draymond Green in a sign and trade. Draymond goes back to Detroit. You got Cade Cunningham. You got Cade Cunningham. You got Jalen Duren. You have Draymond Green, who doesn't give. They needed offense. He doesn't give them offense, but he gives them some wisdom. He gives them some championships, some playoff experience. But I don't think Draymond Green's interested in being a backup center. Bron's playing power forward. Joel Embiid. This is what makes that team in Philly so fascinating. And by the way, if Draymond Green left Golden State to go to Philly to play with LeBron, that looked like some hoe shit. Sorry. That will look hella desperate if you're Draymond Green, if you went to Philly. Hella desperate to play with LeBron. That looks soft. There are other teams around the league that he could go to. I would love to see Draymond Green in San Antonio. I would love to see Draymond Green in Minnesota. I would love to see Draymond Green kind of find his way to a team that's like your friends. You were there, but you fell short. I would love to see him on San Antonio, man. I really would. Losing Mitchell Robinson, I would love to see him on New York. But how much is he going to play for? Does he really want to win? Because the second apron is crushing people, dog. Crushing people. And if you're Draymond Green, you know you have no chance at winning the championship. And while you still have your legs, you still have your energy, you still got that moxie, you still got that fight, you may want to try to fight somewhere else for a championship. The Snowtime Lakers could use Draymond Green if I'm telling the truth. Because they need some toughness. The Snowtime Lakers need a dog. The Snowtime Lakers need a black man named Draymond. Dallas, maybe? If I'm Draymond, I want to go play with Kyrie, Clay, Cooper Flag. Now, that's not a championship team, but you better than Golden. You better than where you at. You better than where you at. So I don't know. I never thought I would ever do that much on Draymond Green. All right, let's talk about this Padres sweep because, you know, I'm not going to lie to y'all. I watched the highlights of these games. So there's a super cut. I guess that's what they call it, super cut. Not like the haircut place, but a super cut is when they put together the highlight package. It's like 10 minutes, and you can watch it. So I watched that. The Mariners have lost 12 in a row. What I mean, we can't really be doing this, are we? Before the Padres rolled into town, the Mariners had lost 9 in a row. They didn't drop 3 to the Padres, so they've now lost 12 in a row. 12. The Padres have lost. The Padres beat a team that lost 9 games in a row. They swept them and made it 12. You impressed with that? They're now back to 500. The wild card chase, which is what we're focusing on, they're 4.5 behind the Cubs, 2 behind the Phillies, and 2 behind the Diamondbacks. They're still behind Pittsburgh, Washington, and St. Louis. They got to jump, again, 4 teams. They got to jump 4 teams in 54 games, 55 games, somewhere in there. This sweep of the Marlins had people texting me like, "Oh, see, Super Machado to be specific. Super Machado's in the Team 99 when I was playing golf. Shout out to everybody who played golf. Breaking 100 challenge. So there's a text chain in there. And most of those people from the text chain, Super's in there still, Padres. We've got the brooms out. There are people talking about, oh, see, now they figured it. No, listen. No, just stop. Just stop. Get another sweep. Win 6 in a row. Win 6 in a row, bro. Because you got the Rockies. You can win 6 in a row. Now, you got 2 against the Rockies. You can win. You can make it 5. Oh, listen. Oh, okay. Now we cooking. Because I forgot about this. I wanted to talk about this, but I forgot. Okay, so you won 3 in a row against a team that lost 9 in a row. So they got 2 against Colorado. You win those, that's 5 in a row. San Francisco has been atrocious all year. Atrocious. You win all 4 of those. Come talk to me if you sweep the Rockies and sweep the Giants. I'll do you one better. Come talk to me if you sweep the Rockies, so you win 2, that'll make it 5, and then you take 3 out of 4 from San Francisco. Then we can talk about playoffs here. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. You win those two against Colorado. You win 3 out of 4 against San Francisco. Then we can talk, because then the Diamondbacks are next. And then you go into the Diamondbacks with momentum. You get to that last wild card spot, and then we can talk. Until then, like, shout out to Manny coming through with the home run, and then Jackson Merrill hitting the game-winning home run. That was dope to see. But that team's underwater. You should beat those teams that are underwater. The Rockies are underwater. The Giants are underwater. You should beat these teams. The next 6 games are teams you should beat. The Giants and the Rockies combined have 106 losses. I'm sorry. Correction. 60, 60s, 120. They have 126 losses. The Giants and the Rockies have 126 losses combined. They're both in the 20s when it comes to being out of it. That's all. Manny should be on fire. That's all. That's crazy. Ava, I'm in the middle of a show. I can't. I'll follow you on X when I'm done with this. I'm in the middle of something. I'll get to you. Promises. So yeah, man. I don't like. Yeah. You get excited if you want to. Uh-oh. I'm not getting excited. You get excited. I'm not getting excited. All right, now check this out. Let me take this down. So our dog Excuseless went on a 100-mile run because he's a psycho. And I told him, if you do it, video it, I'm going to play it. It's about to be an X follow. So look at this crazy man.
And finishing underneath this arch. Every single time you guys go through a lap, you're gonna go underneath.
All right, just about 3 miles in, out of 100. Starting to get dark, but we're hanging in there. Okay, that's 5 miles down. Special shout out to John Browner at the John Browner podcast. Does sports takes Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, all at the John Browner podcast. Check them out. All right, I'm not sure we can see anything, but 15 miles down, 12 laps down. Let's go. First shoe change. All right, 16 miles in. It's just me and Justin Bieber out here. Nobody else. Oh. Okay. I was not ready for this terrain. This hill, rocks and holes and everything. Oh, most of the course is like that. This sucks. My running time is over. We're walking it all. We should still hit 80 though. So we'll see. Okay, that's a wrap. 24 hours, 70 miles. Oh man. And my dad came out and did a half marathon for fun.
14.4.
Yeah. It's crazy. But another one for the books.
Look at that. Shout out, man. Shout out to Excuseless Runner. You're insane, dude. Shout out to Rick. Shout out to Excuseless Runner, bro. That's crazy. That's a hell of a lot of running, bro. That's a hell of a lot of running. You a real one for that. Hey, shout out. Shout out. 70, 80 miles running. What? That's crazy. Respect. Respect. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm going through it. Look at this psycho. Look at this psycho. Appreciate the love. I can't explain how I feel right now, though. I'm going through it. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, I bet. Crazy town. What's wrong? Why are you running from? What? You got to get an Iron Man, dog. You got to get an Iron Man. You could ride one of my kids' bikes. You got to get an Iron Man, dog. Ain't no way. Nah, to the hell with all this, bro. No. No, we can't have you just run around the county now. But okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get you, if you accept. I hope you're still here. I hope you can hear me. If you accept, y'all hear that music, that means the show's almost over. Excuseless Runner, if you accept, I will get you in the Iron Man. Now I don't know where it's at. Let me see where it's at. Let me look up where it's at. Let me see. Let me see where the Iron Man is this year. This is crazy. Let me see. Iron Man, try out the line. Waco, Texas. Nah, we ain't going to Waco, Texas. Can you swim? Let me see. Cambridge, Maryland, Waco, Texas, Italy, no. La Quinta, December 6th. Here we go. La Quinta, California. What the hell is La Quinta, California? Swim. Oh, listen, it's swim. You go swim in the lake. Your bike is flat. The run is flat, bro. I got you. The La Quinta Ironman, 70.3. Oh, you got that. That's lightweight. You just did that for nothing. You down? You down, dog. I'm asking. What I see right here. Let me share my screen with y'all. This is what I want. This is what I'm talking about. Hold on. Stop sharing that. No, see, I'm talking about official. Official. I'm gonna get my dog in the official La Quinta Ironman. This is the official Ironman site. So they do qualifiers for the main Ironman. So this is how the Ironman works. So each Ironman, and when they do it around the world, you can qualify for the actual Ironman, the one in Hawaii. I think that's the one that you're talking about, Joe Rigby. So this one is in La Quinta, California. And if you finish this, you qualify for the 2027 Ironman. There's no way you ran no damn 70 miles and we ain't finna get none out of this, dog. I need you to run this. You game? You game? You got a whole bunch of people here to support you, dog. You game? You finna run for us. 'Cause I ain't running. Shout out, man. That's crazy. No excuses at all. Iron Man. Let me go follow Ava. Oh, let me see. Let me search her. You better not be no bot, Ava. I got enough problems with bots as it is. Let me see. EA Sports came up. Let me see. Are you a bot? Ava, you a bot? I think you a bot. I'm gonna follow you anyway, even though you're a bot. You came here, Ava, I'll go there. I'll follow you. That's how it works. Shout out to our new bot friend, Ava. Bro, listen. If you do, so the way that it works, the way I make the clothing. If you do the Iron Man, I'll get you JBP shorts, little naked top, how they run with them little tops that's not really tops. I got a lot of options for the JBP, dog. I'll hook you up. I'll hook you up. We got till December. Let me see. We got till what date is this? Let me see. I just saw what the date was. Race and retreat. December 5th. Friday, December 5th. So there you go. You're a wild man, y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Love y'all. Peace.